So I will say, hello, everyone.
Ah.
Welcome to the Stream Void Podcast, episode 142. Is it 142?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
143. Oh, my God. It's been so long since we've recorded.
Yeah.
I am Mikey T, and of course, across from me is Curb Stomped.
Hi.
You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers.
Yes.
And you're listening to the Stream Void Podcast.
Yeah.
This is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
That's true.
And we're recording late
Yes.
because
I was sick again.
you were sick again
Yeah.
on Sunday, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I was out of town.
Yeah.
And now it's Wednesday
Yeah.
night. This podcast was supposed to go live this
Tonight.
morning.
Oh, this morning. That's right.
But
Yeah,
it's going to go live as soon as we're done here. And I'll just slap it out there.
I
So
don't
all you
think
boys and
anyone
girls
would
can have a listen.
be too upset about it, but
Probably not.
they'll understand.
They will understand.
Yeah.
I think only Dirty Ron and the boys is the one that listens to the content on Monday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everyone else kind of listens to it during their
Whenever
during
they
their work
get
day.
around to it.
Yeah, for sure. We had a 1,600% download spike. No, was it 1,600 or was it 2,000%?
It was high. That's
It was
for sure.
really high.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
don't
like,
know
how?
why. Yeah.
That's
it's
weird.
Who knows what caused it? I was thinking I started re-listening to them at work, but I'm like, there's no way I did that many listens.
You caused a huge surge.
Like I pressed play on one podcast and it just like ups at 16,000. I hope that's not what caused it. Could you imagine one play increases at 1,600%?
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
That would be terrible.
Yes. Anyway, how was your week?
Oh, I see. Well, first I want to say that I was laughing when you were doing the intro because I've been re-listening to the old podcasts, and in the intro the music plays and you can sort of hear this conversation leading into the intro, and I just pictured myself like in 6 months listening to the podcast and hearing about a decapitated deer's head. Because that's what we were talking about right before the podcast started.
Yeah, I want to lead it in so that you can hear what we're, so that maybe you go and listen to all the pre-show and post-show content.
Yeah, well,
that's
that
all
one's
bonus
you
Patreon
should
content.
you should tune into the see what that was. Sign up for the Patreon so you can hear about a decapitated deer's head and how I'm a serial killer. Anyways, how was my week? I was sick again on Friday morning. I was at work and I'm like, I'm getting a cold again. What the fuck? I'm still not fully over the last one, and I got another one. So I went home, and I was a little sick over the weekend, basically. I was feeling better Saturday night, so I went for a bit of a walk, but then I was like, I better just delay the podcast, because a little sick. And then today I was tired at work, so I came home early, whatever. But work has been fine, more or less. I've been dealing with this fucking thing at work where I ordered all this winter wear from Quebec.
Yes.
Toques and shit, right?
Toques and shit.
And they came back, so it's been a whole schmozzle with this. First they email me and they're like, okay, we got a quote for shipping to your store or whatever, and it's going to cost $3,000.
Holy! I mean, you're getting skids and skids and skids.
Well, that's the thing. And I was like, well, what are the dimensions? And they're like, it's one skid and it's this size. And I'm like, it was almost $4,000. It was like $3,900. And I was like, that is outrageous. I'm
way
like,
2 tons?
We'll find our own like shipper, you know.
Yeah.
This is stupid. So I took to the boss and he's like, oh, I've got a guy who can do it for us. He's been good finding rates and getting stuff going or whatever. So I was like, okay. He's like, send me the dimensions or whatever, because I emailed the guy back and I was like, it costs $3,900 to ship it. Is that correct? That seems like 10 times too much.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know, that's why I wanted to contact you before we shipped it, because that's too expensive. And I was like, okay. So I tell the boss, like, this is the dimension of the skid. And literally like 10 minutes later, the guy emails me back, oh, sorry, I was wrong. It's 6 skids and they're this size, right? And I was like, oh my God, you idiot. So anyways, I tell the boss, I'm like, it's 6 skids. They're all the same size, whatever. And he's like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. He's like, we'll get this other guy to do it still, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, no problem. So the guy wants to know the dimensions. This dude, I don't even know him, wants to know the dimensions of all the skids. So the boss just does, rather than giving me his email or something, he does a group text, which I fucking hate. So he says, like, here, send him the dimensions. 'Cause I don't want these idiots to know my cell phone number, but whatever. So I get the dimensions, send it to him. And then he calls me, this guy.
Of course.
And he's like, oh, I need to know where it's being picked up at. And I was like, okay, I emailed him. Like, when I hear back, I'll let you know. He's like, I need to know. We got to get this going. And I'm like, dude, you're working for us. Settle down. Whatever. I'm like, I'll get it when I get it. So anyways, I'm like, okay, I'll call the guy. So I call the guy in Quebec. I talk to him, English, whatever. And he's like, oh, the delivery or the pickup address is the address that's on my email. I was like, okay, perfect. No problem.
Yeah.
So I mark it down and send it to him. And I mean, there was a bit of a miscommunication from me to him, but anyways, I'll get to that part later. So anyways, like whatever that was on Friday. And then on Monday or whatever it is, I'm working and he calls me. He's like, that address is wrong. My driver's there and it's a pizza restaurant. And I was like, that's weird. I don't know what that's all about. Let me call the guy and see, because that's the address he gave me, right? So I call him and he's like, so this is also the same guy who had given me the wrong information about the skids and everything, right? So there'd been a lot of emails I'd got from him been like that started with, sorry, I gave you the wrong information, right? So I call him and I'm like, you gave me the wrong address. It's a pizza place or something? And he's like, well, it's not a pizza place, but I did give you the wrong address. But I emailed you back and with the correct address that afternoon or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you did? I'm like, I didn't get that email. He's like, yeah, I sent it like right after we talked. So I was like, okay. And I look in my email and it's like, he didn't send a new email. He replied to the other email that I had already looked at. So it's in the same chain. So when I'm in my inbox, I just see, sorry, I sent you the wrong information on emails I've already read. Yeah. So I didn't look at it. So I'm like, he did send me the other address. But he's like, it's no big deal. Pickup is literally a block away. So I'm like, okay, perfect. So I send the information to the guy and I go tell my boss, I'm like, this whole thing has been a disaster from the wrong amount of skids. So I'm like, he told me the wrong address, but thankfully it's only a block away, whatever. No big deal. He's like, oh, wow, that's been a real thing, right? So then I go back to work. The boss comes walking in like half an hour later. And he's like, yeah, they're saying that the other pickup is like 400 kilometers away. And I'm like, no. I looked on Google Maps. I'm like, it is literally like a block away. And he's like, well, they're telling him that they have to go $400. Like, no. Or yeah, it was 400, whatever distance, but it's going to cost $400. And he's like, they gave us the wrong address. I'm going to go after them for the money. Yeah. The company like they're buying from. And I was like, it's not 400 kilometers away. Like I looked it up. It's in the same, it's like the same block. So he's like, he's saying it's the wrong. So I'm like, well, look here on Google. So I Googled the address. I'm like, here's where it said, here's the new one. Like I did like, let's get directions. And it's like a 10-minute walk. He's like, oh, he's telling me it's the wrong address. So anyways, he's calling the guy back and I'm there and he likes to do speakerphone. So I'm on the speakerphone listening to him and he doesn't know I'm there. So he calls him. He's like, I don't know what's going on, but it's like, we're looking on the Google Maps. He's like, your guy gave me the wrong address and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, I didn't give you the wrong address. Something's wrong on your end, right? So then I look, right? What he did is I had given him the address and it was like, whatever. It's a French address. So it's like 12 Rue Saint-Jacques-Oost. Yeah. And then the postal code. So obviously he didn't put in the postal code. He just put in the address and there's like 10 cities with that address in Quebec. Yep. It's like it'd be like in like English speaking city where it's like it's on Victoria Street. Yeah. Or it's on Dominion Street, or it's on 10th Avenue. Yeah. So he sent them to the wrong city. So the boss is like, okay, we got it figured out. And I could hear the guy on the phone. He's like, well, I don't want you to be angry with me about this or whatever. And my boss is like, well, I'm not angry with you, but like, it's your screw up. Yeah. We're not paying for it.
We're definitely not paying for your screw up.
Because when I typed, after I told him, I'm like, well, I guess I didn't give him the city name in the address, but I gave him the postal code. So like, he didn't use all the information he had to get the address. Yeah. He just jumped the gun. Because I was like, oh, man, like, this is a bit of my fuck up, too, here. But he was just like, no, it's, you gave him what he needed. If he had used the whole thing, it would have been fine. Yeah. So I was like, okay, perfect. But what was funny about it was I was listening to our old podcast, and the episode I was listening to had literally been about this other delivery fuck up with stuff coming from the States and being stuck at the border for like 3 weeks and how he was getting on my case about it. So I'd listened to that literally, and then there's all this stuff going on about this other delivery, and I was like, oh my God. Thankfully, it worked out that, you know, it was their fuck up and not mine. So.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But it was just like, oh my God, how did I give him the wrong address? I'm like, oh, I didn't. This guy was just so fucking impatient. He only typed in the street address and was like, that's the place to go to. So, anyways, we still haven't got the stuff, but it's
that's like if you're in Salmon Arm and you type 10th Street.
Yeah.
Because there's a 10th Street Northeast, a 10th Street Southeast, a 10th Street Southwest, and a 10th Street Southeast.
Yeah,
it's like, what the frig?
That's one of my pet peeves for people's doing addresses. It'll be like, oh, it's on 10th. 10th what?
Street or Ave?
Yeah.
Southeast,
you
Northeast,
have to
what?
say where it is. You can't just say on 10th. Anyways.
Yeah.
It was a whole schmozzle. But other than that, that was work, basically.
Although, when you're in Kamloops,
yeah,
if you're on 10th North Shore,
yeah,
it's totally different than 10th South Shore.
Yeah, but it's one's street and one's Ave.
Yeah, yeah. But
so
if you're like, I'm on the 10th Street North Shore, then it's good.
Well, I mean, okay, maybe, but that's not 10th Street. That's 10th Ave.
Yeah, that is 10th Ave.
So it's just, yeah, anyways.
Yeah.
And it was, and it's a French address too, so that adds to it.
Adds to confusion.
Like, I don't know where this guy was from that he was calling him, but yeah. He didn't, like, my boss was like, what is, it says Oost here or whatever. I'm like, that's French for East. Like, anyways, it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm going to have all my stuff done for Stream Week ×2.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be all ready to go.
It's coming up.
Yep. Getting all my work done and everything, so that'll be fun. I was going to ask, while we're on the podcast, can I borrow your camera? Like, not your good one, but your, like, Logitech one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't need it.
It's just sitting right there.
I don't need it right now, but I want to get one of those, like, Halloween not pumpkin. I can't think properly right now. I'm saying all the wrong things and doing all the wrong things. I want to make a Halloween gingerbread house.
Oh.
So I'd like another camera to be like looking at the pumpkin. I said pumpkin again. Looking at the gingerbread house. Oh my God.
Yeah, I got that one and I got another one too.
Okay, I only need one, I think.
Okay.
So. But I got all my stuff that I bought I found on Amazon there was a Golden Girls Mad Libs book.
Oh yeah, I saw that in your Discord.
Yeah, so I bought that so we can do some of those on the stream and whatever. We're gonna have some fun anyways.
Nice.
But I don't think anything else besides a little bit of gaming, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, nice.
What about you?
Yeah, work was work.
Mm-hmm.
We had the usual ultra stressful night cut that happened on like Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, is that why you're out of town?
No, I was out of town. Like Monday, Tuesday last week.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We had the night cut, and it wasn't like a super critical night cut.
Mm-hmm.
We were only cutting like houses out of service. Normally, we'd be cutting communities out of service, but this time we were only cutting houses.
Yeah,
and
just some guy was trying to coom, and you were cutting him off his internet.
Yeah, for sure.
He had to go mobile.
No, well, yeah, because we had you have to take a threat out on the case and let everyone know it's not a threat but a release.
Yeah.
And then you go in, you cut. It was a messed up one too, because normally you put all your cables inside the case.
Yeah.
Get everything prepped up before you cut, so that you only have a 4-hour window to do so. But in this instance, all the cases had cable in them, stocked to the nuts.
Oh yeah.
So we had to cut the cable out before we could get the new cable in.
Oh yeah.
And so we negotiated a 8-hour window because it was just
impossible.
regular housing fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was overnight?
Yeah, overnight. And then the next night, there was another one.
Oh, my gosh.
Which was a smaller cable, easy, done.
So were you doing them?
No.
Oh, you were just like the guy and telling them to do it?
Yeah. But Wednesday, I'm like, I got to go out of town now to go this place with no service and do some stuff. And then I get a call from the field construction manager, and he's like, hey, there's people out of service. And I'm like, oh, frig.
Oh, yeah.
That's never what you want to do, is have people out of service after a cut.
Yeah.
But it was people who were from the first night that were out of service, and it's already Wednesday. So they'd been out of service for a couple of days by now.
So So
They took their time getting the information to us.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of on them then.
Yeah, kind of. One guy called during the second night, but called like right away.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, my service is out," or I don't know. It was somebody.
Yeah.
But that was because they were cutting it. It was out right when they were cutting.
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Came
yeah,
back
yeah.
in really and easily.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the fix was super easy. But trying to wake these guys up
Oh yeah, they were in a
after a
coma.
night cut. Oh yeah, because they drove back from Salmon Arm, right?
Yeah.
And I call the one guy. His phone's just right off.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god, this isn't going well. And so I call Don, and I'm like, Don, you gotta go wake Rhino up.
Yeah.
Because they live in the same area. And I'm like, yeah, you got to go wake them up now.
Gotta go to work, buddy.
Yeah. And so I call the other guy up who drives the bucket truck. Just no response. The whole day until 11 o'clock.
At night?
No, in the morning.
Oh, in the morning.
And so everyone gets up, gets out to Salmon Arm. Super easy fix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, done.
It sucks.
Yeah.
So was the phone off, or were they just dead to the world?
Rhino, the phone was off.
Yeah.
The other guy wasn't even home.
Oh, okay.
He left his phone and was out with his girlfriend or something. I don't know.
Okay.
And then, but he had the bucket truck at his house.
Yeah.
Took the keys inside. Didn't leave the keys. They wouldn't have even need to bother him.
Yeah.
And then this Monday,
Yeah.
I have to go out and help the boys.
Yeah.
Because we're short and it's deadline day today.
Uh-huh.
So I go out there and they're like, oh, where's the bucket truck keys? Oh, they're not in the bucket truck. What's going on? It's like, oh, they're back in Kamloops. Sweet. I'll just drive back to Kamloops. That's a good idea, right? Let's just waste a whole ton of time.
So someone didn't bring the keys with them?
Yeah. Well, they were supposed to leave the keys on the truck. Hidden on the truck.
Oh my god.
So that they're always there.
Oh my god.
And so I am just past Cache Creek.
Yeah.
What's that one city past Cache Creek?
Which, south or north?
South.
I
can't remember what the heck it's
Ashcroft.
called. Ashcroft, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just past Ashcroft, and I get the call.
They have the keys?
They're like, keys are in Kamloops. So I'm like, okay, I'll just turn around and go back to Kamloops.
Oh my god.
And meanwhile, we had a guy, because these bucket trucks you need air brakes for.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had a guy just chilling there waiting for the keys. So it's like we just wasted 16 hours
Fun.
of day.
You need to have a spare key on you.
Yeah, it's the same guy too.
Oh.
Same guy. Didn't leave
up.
the keys.
Getting written up 2 times. That's
Getting
tough
written
for
up.
him.
Yep.
Tough for him. Does he listen to this?
Only when he's with the boys.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry for your misfortune, buddy.
Yeah, so that was a good time.
Yeah, no
a good
doubt.
time.
No doubt.
Man, I am. If I never have to drive from Lytton to Lillooet ever again, I will be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! It seems like it's a short drive, and then you drive it, and it's like, why is this taking forever? Why are we not there yet?
Just all the turns.
It's so many turns.
As the crow flies, it'd be pretty quick, but
Yeah,
it's pretty slow when you got to turn everywhere.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
But we got to rent a helicopter again, so
Oh, but do you get to ride in it?
no,
Boring.
no helicopter rides for me. Yeah, that was essentially the work week of 9 to 5, and then it's the work week of the Game Hub.
Yes. Second work times.
Second work times. Got everything done. Everything's in. Everything's ready to go.
Nice.
We just need to sign the loan application,
Oh, baby.
and then we can set it in there and get our money.
And when will you know you have the money?
Really soon, I hope. We're pushing the end of the month now, and we wanted to have our loan done at the first of the month.
Oh, yeah.
So it's taken a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's taken
no
a while.
kidding.
I need to redo the partnership agreement to put in more protections for the both of us.
Mm-hmm.
But I went through and I did an employee manual.
Oh.
I went and did a store policy and procedures manual. I got to put in a spot for zombie invasion and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
What happens if there's a zombie invasion or an alien invasion? Or,
You
all
gate
these
the
kind of
front
stuff.
door and you hunker down.
Yeah, of course. There is a bunker underneath after all.
Oh,
You can
perfect.
hide down there.
Nice.
Yes.
The dungeon.
And I did a moderator manual.
A moderator manual.
For
What does
the
that mean?
the Discord and the Twitch and the YouTubes.
Oh, I see.
We're gonna have everyone treated the same way. The Discord is up. It's tweaked. It needs a little bit more tweaking, but I got all the channels and everything going.
Oh, yeah.
So it's looking pretty good. It's looking
Nice.
pretty good. Hopefully everything goes well.
Nice.
I did some 3D printing. Haven't done any 3D printing in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But fellow co-host, one of the Mosh,
Mm-hmm.
he hasn't co-hosted in a while.
Mhm.
Well, he did that once. He was like, print me off this dice tower. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay. And if you're watching live, you can see it. Or if you're watching the video, you can see it right there. It's,
I was stroking it.
yeah, it took 2 days to print.
Damn.
It was a lot of printing, and then like a couple hours to clean out because I had a lot of flyaways. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I kind of like it, except the way they designed it, they put like a fake stone floor in like the catch basin
Yeah.
for the dice, and it's all like the stones are like fairly large.
Yeah.
So when you roll your dice down there, they end up capped,
Yep.
and I don't know why they would do that.
Yeah, who knows? Stupidity? It's hard to say. But yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, I like it. Other than that, I paid off my electrical hookup.
Oh,
like
nice.
10 grand
That's
to
it.
do the electrical,
That's it.
and then I'm getting the windows done.
Cool breezes blowing
Cool
through
breeze.
everywhere. Wow.
Yeah, I put the deposit down for my windows.
Nice.
I'm gonna have like no money left after the business starts.
Money's overrated.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And other than that, there was a game I was playing.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't Starfield.
No.
Starfield, it's good,
Uh-huh.
but I did the thing where I just like walked around, and now I'm just completely lost in the sauce, and I don't know what the frig I'm doing.
Ah, there's too many things to do.
There's too many things to do.
yeah.
I'm like,
You're choice locked now. You
I
got
know.
too many choices.
I got too many choices. Like, what was I doing? I'm just over here, and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So now I'm like, I'll just play Cyberpunk. That's fine. Cyberpunk 2.0 came out,
Yep.
and I'm like, man, I
Did
just
you
I
get-
just restarted.
You didn't get the Liberty City DLC?
No,
Oh yeah. You're just trying it with the new.
yeah, is that out now?
I
The
think it
Liberty
just came
City
out.
DLC.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's out
September
now.
25th. It is
Yeah,
there.
it's out.
Oh.
So they added the 2.0 stuff with the DLC.
Yeah.
So they have the new talent trees and everything like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I reset, because I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing anymore.
Yeah.
Even though I remember the story fairly clearly, because it's a good story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just started going again. I'm like, man, I'm playing down here
Oh, yeah.
instead of upstairs on the upstairs PC, and it looks so good. I just
Yeah,
have it's just maxed out.
Oh, yeah.
Full ray tracing, full everything. I'm like, this looks
Nice.
great.
Yeah,
Looks
I haven't revisited it, so I should. I
Yeah.
should, especially now 2.0 is out. Maybe now. I don't know if you remember, but I started to play it with mouse and keyboard on Xbox,
Yeah.
and I stopped because do you remember what it was?
Oh, I can't remember.
Crouch is not toggle crouch, and it's on tab, and you can't change it. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Crouch is tab, and you can't set it to toggle.
Crouching tab.
Yeah.
Crouching tab. No, that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So that's why I stopped. So hopefully they've done that up so I can change my keybinds or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty bad because I was like, I'm going to sneak around everywhere when I play it. And I was like, I'm not sneaking at all now.
No.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, I started playing Eidolon, like I mentioned last podcast.
Is that an idle game?
It's an idle game, yeah. It's an idle MMORPG,
Oh, yeah.
but it's side-scrolling in like 16-bit.
Oh, right. I
And
remember now.
it's pretty fun.
Nice.
And by pretty fun, I mean it's really idle. You definitely want to have multiple characters that specialize in multiple things.
Like a
and then
party?
You yeah. Well, not like a party, but you have like single characters. So you got your one character, you send them off to do one thing. And then you get your other
Oh.
character, send them off to do another thing, another character, yeah, so on and so forth.
Okay.
But you unlock characters depending on your account level.
Mm.
So right now I have 4 characters, and I should have a 5th one pretty quickly here. And I just send them around. It's like,
You
hey,
love these idle games, man.
yeah, this one's actually pretty good. I got my one guy, he just specializes in mining. One guy just
Oh.
specializes in wood chopping. One
Nice.
guy specializes in crafting.
Zug zug.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm almost at my first boss room.
Nice.
Actually, I'm kind of there. I just need to get the boss keys, but I need to do more farming for that.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, it's got crafting, special crafting. There's like subclasses to your main classes, which are like warrior, mage, and archer. And there's like all the creatures have like specific drops that can randomly drop for them. It's like if you're fighting the blue mushroom people, you can get your green shirt maybe.
Oh, rare
Yes.
drop.
There's a lot of rare drops going on. Like it's a proper MMORPG, but
Crazy.
idle. It's pretty fun.
Nice.
But it's like it's very it knows what it is, and all the text dialogues are just like so
Stupid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty stupid.
Are they like fake fantasy, like baloney? Like,
Oh, yeah.
we must vanquish,
Not so much like that. More
but like just we got to cross the glass plains of Zandavar to get to the tower of whatever.
yeah.
Okay,
Kind of like that, but more
just some gobbledygook.
more gobbledygook, more
Yeah.
less serious,
Okay,
but still like silly like that.
okay,
Yeah. It's good.
nice. I didn't play Starfield just because I've been sick and it's just like, I don't know. But I did start Lies of P. It actually came out on Game Pass finally. And I played up to what I played before on the demo. It's basically exactly the same as the demo.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good game. I did a lot better this time
Nice.
than last time because I knew what I was doing and looking for and everything like that. And I knew like the different abilities that I, had to figure out what they exactly did the first time through. So it worked a lot better the second time.
Nice.
I did not get any further because it took like first time through when I played it, I think it took me like 4+ hours to do it. It only took me like 3-ish to get through it the second time. But yeah, still looks great and the controls great. And it's very much like a really good Souls style game.
Yeah. It looked, from what I saw of you playing it, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
This looks crazy.
Yeah, it's good. I'm surprised you're not into the Souls games.
Yeah. I mean, like I said before, the only one I ever played was
Bloodborne?
Neo.
Oh, you played Neo.
I
Okay.
played Bloodborne on PS4
Yeah.
for like 5 minutes, and I was like, eh.
They're just so punishing. That's like you.
I know that's kind of
your
my jam.
thing. So, I think Neo controls differently though. It's not really a Soulsborne. Like I think you use the face buttons for Neo to do your attacks, whereas a regular Soulsborne you're using the shoulder buttons.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
I can't remember. I've never played Neo, but I thought for sure when I looked at it, it was face buttons. But I played that, and then I played in classic. Well, maybe I said this already last time. I don't know. I'm sick. I don't remember what I said. But in classic Curb style, I was like, "This Scarlet and Violet Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
I should play this." So I did that. I beat it. I beat Violet. Did all my 18 badges.
Mm-hmm.
Beat all the Pokemon. Caught all the Pokemon.
You caught them all.
Completed the Pokedex.
Beauty.
It's super easy to do now.
Yeah.
Well, they have the Pokemon Home app on the Switch, so you can send your Pokemon from all the games to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I needed a Pokemon, it'd be like, oh, maybe I have that in my Sword Pokemon game. Look in there. Oh yeah, there it is. Send it over. And if I didn't have it, you can just use the mobile phone app of Pokemon Home and trade with people. So you can be like, I want this Pokemon. You search for it, and it'll bring up everybody that has it, that's offering it, and it'll say like, I want this Pokemon in exchange. So if you have it, you can do it. Or you can put a Pokemon of yours up for trade and say, I want this Pokemon.
Yeah.
Or you can choose a Pokemon you already own and say, I want to trade this. Who wants it? And it'll show you everybody that's asking for that Pokemon.
Huh.
So it made it easy to get a bunch of the ones that I didn't have. And then it's like, oh, in the regular Pokemon style, you only get one of the legendaries in the game. So it's like, I catch the legendary in my game. I offer it up for trade for the other legendary. Someone who's doing the same as me does the trade. You get it.
Nice.
So it took a little while, but I got them all. I got some trades where it was like, wow, really? Someone did this trade? Like I would offer a regular Pokemon for like a rare, very rare, hard to get Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like, here you go. No problem. So I was offering up like in the games, they have ones you can only catch in the specific game. So in like Violet, you can catch this monkey Pokemon called Passimian. And in Scarlet, you can catch Oranguru, I think it's called, which is like an ape Pokemon.
Oh yes, Guru.
Yes, exactly. So I'd put the Passimian up for trade and ask for like a rare Pokemon, and people that couldn't catch Passimian would send me that rare Pokemon.
Nice.
So I completed it. I got the shiny charm, so now I can catch shiny Pokemon easier. I found 3 shiny Pokemon so far. pretty good. I got a Shinx, a Magikarp, and a something else that I can't remember, so it can't be that good.
Good.
But I've been enjoying it.
Nice.
So and then I was like thinking like, oh, what could I do for like a video, Pokemon video series? Because I've been watching a lot of like these crazy Pokemon videos where they'll do like weirdo challenges and like, oh, I challenge myself to only level up a Pokemon to level 100 on the first route and stuff like that. And it's like, oh my God, that sounds terrible. So I was like trying to brainstorm ideas for something like that, but my brain isn't working right now, so I didn't think of anything.
Just ask ChatGPT.
I did actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were kind of just like, you could do a Nuzlocke challenge. It's like everyone knows what a Nuzlocke challenge is. Get out of my face, Chat.
Give me some new.
Jeez,
new
Louise.
fresh
And that's like, you could
material.
do a monotype challenge. Oh, get out of here. That's nothing.
I was thinking the other day, I was like, maybe I should do a YouTube video.
Oh yeah,
A gaming YouTube video.
yeah, that
Just do,
sounds
like,
good.
Just do like one game a week.
Yeah,
One video a week, just like one game. Just
Yeah.
play a little bit, comment,
yeah,
edit it up, super easy, throw it up.
yeah. What a good idea.
It is a good idea.
I like it.
And I was like, do I even have time to do this?
No.
Sure don't.
Yeah. That's okay. I forgive you.
I need an editor.
Uh-huh.
We will probably be hiring an editor.
Wow.
Within a couple years.
Crazy.
So, yeah, that could just make it easier.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's like, oh, you ran out of video to edit? Here, I'll make some video for you to edit.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty lackluster week. Or weeks. That's what happens when you're sick.
I forgot to mention
Mm-hmm.
a couple weeks ago, tried the $6,000 headphones.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know if I mentioned it on stream.
That you were going to?
No, I know I mentioned it that I was going to, but I don't know if I mentioned.
I don't
that
think
I
you did mention that you did actually listen to them.
So yeah, I did listen to them.
Okay.
We were thinking that, how much more can a $2,000 headphone be? How much better can a $6,000 headphone be than a $2,000 headphone?
Yeah,
'Cause
how
this
much better could
$2,000
it be?
headphone sounds pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It's at least $4,000 better.
You think so?
Yes,
Wow.
it's crazy. I was actually quite blown away by how much better it sounded just doing the side-by-side test.
Okay.
I was like, what? Why does this sound so much better? How is there such a big gap in between?
So, do you think that maybe your perception of the quality was influenced by the fact that you knew what it was? Like, do you
I
think...
don't think so.
No?
Because we sat down and we listened to a lot of songs.
Okay.
Where, it was supposed to this sound, this should have been these sounds, this sound, like that. And side by side, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
You know what would be interesting? I would be the perfect test candidate
Yes.
for this.
Yeah,
if
you
you
would.
just had like 4 headphones,
Yeah.
I'm blindfolded, and you just put them on my ears. I can't even touch them because I'm sure I could feel like, oh, I can tell this is a quality headset
Yeah.
just from, and just play a song for me, the same song, and to see if I could tell which is like the expensive ones versus
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cheaper ones. I mean, not right now. My ears are plugged up. But normal like headphone style,
Yeah.
That's a YouTube video right there.
Yep, for sure.
Someone
Well,
who's
that's the thing is that the $2,000 headphones feel better in the hand than the $6,000 headphones.
But if that's what I'm wondering is just like because was your like perception just colored because oh yeah, this is $6,000.
I mean, it
I'm
could
living
be.
in luxury right now.
Living in luxury.
I don't think so. Probably not. I don't think that's something that would color your perception
Yeah.
of it. But you never know, right?
Yeah, that's true. You never
It's like
know.
an ear placebo.
Yeah, right. I
So.
mean, I'd be perfectly happy with the $2,000 headphone. That's for sure. Like they sound miles better than these.
Yeah.
And these sound really good.
Yeah, exactly.
But these are also 300 ohm headphones,
Yeah.
which means they need a lot of power to drive them and make them sound good.
Oh yeah.
Whereas the Focals, the $2,000 headphones, those are only like 57 ohms.
Oh yeah.
So it takes very little power to drive them.
Mm-hmm.
So my little MP3 player can get them really loud,
Yeah.
which is not good.
No. No, exactly.
Don't want to blow your ears out.
Exactly.
Yeah, quite a stark difference. I was quite surprised. I'd like put the $2,000 headphones. I'm like, these sound muddy. Like, these don't sound good at all.
Like you're an ear snob all of a
Right?
sudden.
That's the thing. Once you go through that and you listen to music on something else, you're like, everything sounds terrible now.
That's when those $2,000 ones were here and everyone was testing them out.
Yeah.
They're like, do you want to try them? I was like, no. I'm putting my Galaxy 2 buds in my ears shortly, so no, I don't want to.
Definitely
I don't
don't.
want to hear them.
No. Yeah, you'd put those Galaxy
It'd be
buds
like
and
listening to a fucking like tin can phone.
Yeah, exactly.
So, anyways.
Yeah, that's yeah, and then One Piece live action,
Oh yeah, you
really
watched?
good still.
Okay.
We got one more episode left. Yeah,
Season 2
it's
is coming.
so good.
Yeah, season 2 is coming.
Somehow, like Luffy in it is really, I don't know. He's a really
less
good character.
douchey.
I don't know. I haven't seen the anime, so I don't know.
I've only seen one episode, but he was a bit of an asshole in it.
In this one, he's like super charismatic and caring for everybody. But they do like super big anime things in the show. It's like it's completely just. It almost feels like it's cut for cut from the anime to the live action. Almost feels like
almost, except that I was told that each episode of the live action is 10 episodes of the anime.
Yeah.
So either there's a lot of padding in the anime, or they're cutting out a lot of story. I don't know.
There's a lot of shots and a lot of pans, and the way they set the scenes up, you're like, that is anime for sure.
Yeah.
Like, especially with like the super close up on the face shots that they do in there, and it's like a little bit fish-eyed. You're like, that's an anime thing right there for sure.
Yeah. And when he goes rubbery, that's really anime.
Oh yeah.
The Rubber Man.
The Rubber Man. They do call him that. They don't. None of them.
No. They sure don't.
They sure don't.